of you may know that I'm actually heading back to Australia today. I'm now at the KLIA airport. The airport is exceptionally empty, and it's going to be an interesting ride. I'm supposed to go into 14 days hotel quarantine when I reach Australia. And as I enter into the main terminal, I can see what look like a couple of Australians in front of me, and I shall proceed to get myself checked in. So I've just got myself checked in. It was a extremely long process of checked in. Besides me, in the next counter to me, to my left and to my right, they were both Malaysians as well, and they were both heading back to Australia with a resident visa. They asked for my resident visa letter, and after the counter has checked me in, they've actually required to, the person at the counter who checked me in have to bring my letter to an officer who then have to clear me, and then I'm allowed to be issued the ticket. But that's all done much longer than before, and I shall proceed with immigration. So I just crossed immigration. It was obviously much more complicated than usual. They asked for my resident letter again, and they actually kept a copy. They actually took a copy also of my driving license and any other documents that I can prove that I'm a resident of Australia. And last but not least, they actually issued me a letter asking me to sign it, and the letter basically say I am responsible for traveling on this flight. I insist on going, and I'm not supposed to make any claims against the immigration department, which is interesting. It's just, how can you make a claim against the immigration department? But that's part of travel, I guess. This flight to Melbourne is supposed to take off from Gate H, which is the terminal before the Astro train, and things are very quiet here, so I thought that I might just take the Astro train to the other side to have a look how's it. And the police officer guarding the train terminal told me there's absolutely nothing there and there's no trains. It's actually just a bus. So it appears that I will just have to stay in this part of the terminal for the next couple of hours. Alright, now I'm actually in front of the information monitor. As you can see, there are actually quite a bit of flights on the board, but there are a lot of them that are actually cancelled. And I don't know why they put it on the board and they cancel it. It's like so a bit extra fish, we call it. But there are flights heading to a couple of places like Guangzhou, Tiruchirappalli. Where the hell is Tiruchirappalli? I can't even freaking pronounce that. To Melbourne, naturally. To London, one flight. And then there's a flight to Kota Kinabalu, one to Pudong, China, one to Addis Ababa. Again, there's such a place called Addis Ababa. There's a flight to Kuching and one last flight to Hong Kong, and that's about it. A friend of mine just asked me a very good question. What am I going to do for the next couple of hours? I guess the only thing that I can do right now is wait. As you can see, there isn't anyone or anything that's happening around me. And if you're observant enough, there's actually social distancing indicators on the benches. But I have my travel buddy here right next to me. We are not keeping our social distance, but I guess that is okay. So what is more exciting right now is when I arrive in Melbourne, I'll be placed under 14 days hotel quarantine. They're supposed to put me in a hotel and keep me there for 14 days. But I'll be guarded by the army and food supplied to me. So that's going to be an interesting experience, or it could be a terrifying one depending on how you want to see it and depending on which hotel or which motel I'll be placed under. So if you would like to see me sharing all my experiences, then click subscribe on my channel and I will see you there.